Tonight on Saturday Night News, we have your local weather forecast, your full tropical update, the story on Backdoor Nancy, and the latest info on the first presidential debate. It's all coming up on Saturday Night News. It is Saturday, September 5th, and this is your tropical update. There is the current state of the Atlantic. The map looks relatively the same as yesterday. We have those two disturbances there. They're going to be both moving generally westward, along with this disturbance down here that just showed up today. It's either going to be moving straight towards the Yucatan and take a similar path to Nana, or it could emerge out into the Gulf of Mexico and take a similar path to Laura. And then Omar is still barely hanging in there as a tropical depression. Speaking of Nana, the remnants of Nana are now over the eastern Pacific, and the system has a high chance of development now as it moves up the west coast of Mexico, and nothing at all going on in the central Pacific. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi got into some deep shit by going into a hair salon illegally during the COVID lockdown in San Francisco and getting her hair done. But like any good leftist, she didn't take responsibility. She blamed the salon.
As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup. And that's all I'm going to say.
The first presidential debate will be moderated by Fox News' Chris Wallace, who is not the most conservative person on the network, but I think it'll definitely still be worth watching.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back-to-back. Anyway.
No, it's
I don't
okay.
know how you do it early in the morning, too.
Safe travels on the campaign trail. Thank you, sir.
We're going to take a quick break here, but first, please like the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter and Parler. Link for the subscribe stars in the description below, along with the link for all of my merch. So get you a classic Liberty Guns Beard Trump shirt or any of my other designs. You can get a coffee mug, a hoodie, anything. I'll be back at 5:38. It is 5:38 p.m., and that means it's time to decide how 538 electoral votes will go in the 2020 election between Trump and Biden. So here we go. All the safe and likely states have been filled in. The remaining states are labeled as toss-ups. Maine at large will go to Biden by a lean margin. New Hampshire will tilt to Trump. He only lost it by 3,000 votes last time. Trump is down in the polls in Pennsylvania by about 3 or 4 points, so as of right now we're going to put it in the tilt D column. Down in North Carolina, Trump won the state by almost 4 points last time, and Tom Tillis is tied in his Senate race, and I think Trump will run a few points ahead of him. So we'll put North Carolina in the lean red column, along with Georgia, and we'll also put Florida in the lean red column as well. It's his home state. He'll probably win it. And we'll put it in tilt because it might get a little bit closer. Take a look up in the Midwest now. Trump is ahead by 2 according to the Trafalgar poll, which overestimated him by 2 last time. So I think he could easily hold a rally there and pull it off tilt. Wisconsin, I think that Trump will win by a lean margin. And then Minnesota, a recent poll showed Trump and Biden tied at 47, and I think he will win that state tilt. Same thing down in Arizona. I think he'll win Arizona one last time for the Republican Party, and then it will be a blue state coming in 2024. Nevada, I also think Trump will pick up that state. He'll campaign heavy for it. He just has to improve a little bit in the Las Vegas suburbs, and he has it. And then one final spot, Nebraska's 2nd district, will go to Trump by a lean margin. And that's the map, 306 to 232. Trump will win the exact same as he did in 2016 against Hillary Clinton. So let's take a look at how we got to the same exact 306 to 232 result. So let's go back to 2016 and see how we got to the exact same spot. Well, first off, Trump in this scenario wins Minnesota. He also picks up New Hampshire. And then he also flips Nevada. And then Democrats flip back Pennsylvania. And that is it. See you next Saturday at 5:30.